Today I'll walk you through step by step how to create a scenario variable in Make so you can store, reuse, and pass data between modules without building complicated workarounds. Make is one of the most powerful no-code automation platforms available, and scenario variables are one of its most underused features. They let you capture a value at one point in your workflow and reference it anywhere downstream, keeping your scenarios clean and your logic tight. If this sounds like exactly what you've been looking for, please hit the like button and subscribe so you never miss a tutorial. And let's get right into it. Before we touch anything, it helps to understand what a scenario variable actually is. Think of it as a named container you create on the fly during a run. You drop a value into it, a customer's email address, an order total, a status flag, anything, and then any module later in the same scenario can read that value back out. This is especially powerful when you're branching across multiple routes or running loops because it gives you a single source of truth instead of having to remap the same field over and over again from an earlier module. Once you grasp that mental model, the 4 steps we're about to walk through will feel completely natural. The first thing you need to do is add the module that actually creates the variable. Inside your scenario editor, click the small plus icon where you want the variable to be set, usually right after the module that produces the data you want to store. From the module picker that appears, select Tools. This is Make's built-in utility collection, and it contains a handful of indispensable helpers that don't connect to any external app, but instead work on your data internally. Inside Tools, you'll see 2 relevant options: Set a variable and Set multiple variables. If you only need to capture one piece of data, choose Set a variable and move on. If you're planning to store several values in one go, say a first name, a last name, and an account ID all at once, choose Set multiple variables instead, which simply lets you configure several name-value pairs inside a single module rather than chaining multiple set a variable modules in a row. Either way, the configuration screen that opens looks exactly the same for each variable you define. Now it's time to name your variable, and this step deserves more care than people usually give it. In the variable name field, type a clear, unique identifier using only plain alphanumeric characters. Letters and numbers, no spaces, no special characters like hyphens or underscores are generally safest here. Something like customer email or order total works perfectly. The reason clarity matters so much is that this name is how every other module in your scenario will refer to this value. So an ambiguous name like data or temp1 will become genuinely confusing the moment your scenario grows beyond a handful of modules. Treat it like naming a variable in code. Be specific enough that you'll understand it 6 months from now without needing to open the module to check what it stores. The third setting is one that beginners almost always overlook, and getting it wrong is the most common cause of variables that seem to disappear or hold stale values unexpectedly. This is the lifetime field, and it controls how long Make keeps the variable's value alive during a run. You have 2 choices. The first is 1 cycle, which means the variable resets to empty after every single bundle passes through the module. In other words, each record or item your scenario processes gets a fresh, independent copy of the variable. This is what you want when each bundle should be treated in isolation, for example when you're processing a list of orders and each order needs its own running total. The second choice is 1 execution, which means the variable holds its value for the entire scenario run, surviving across every bundle and every loop iteration until the whole execution finishes. Choose this when you need to accumulate something: a counter, a combined string, a flag that gets set once and then read by multiple downstream branches. Take a moment to think about your specific use case before picking one, because this single choice determines whether your scenario behaves correctly or produces subtle, hard-to-diagnose bugs. The final step is assigning the actual value to the variable, and this is where Make's flexibility really shines. In the variable value field, you have 3 broad options. You can type a static piece of text directly, useful when you want a constant like a default status label or a fixed prefix. You can use any of Make's built-in functions like forkte or toString to transform data before storing it, which saves you from needing an extra tools module just to reshape a value. Or, most powerfully, you can click into the field and map dynamic data directly from any earlier module in your scenario, a field from a Google Sheets row, a response property from an HTTP request, an output from a filter, essentially anything that has already been produced upstream. Once you've filled in the value and clicked OK, the variable is live. Any module that comes after this point in the scenario can reference it by opening that module's field, clicking the circle plus mapping icon, and selecting your variable from the list that appears under the scenario variables section. And that's everything you need to create and use a scenario variable in Make. You've added the set a variable module from the tools collection, given it a meaningful name, chosen the right lifetime for your use case, and mapped in the value you want to preserve. This single technique unlocks a whole new level of scenario design. You can consolidate repeated mapping, share data across parallel routes, and build loops that actually remember state. A great next step is to experiment with set multiple variables when you find yourself placing 2 or 3 individual sets of variable modules back to back, since collapsing them into one keeps your canvas much tidier. Save this video and come back to it whenever you're building something complex. Scenario variables come up more often than you'd expect, and now you know exactly how to use them.